Welcome to Fully In It, a show for moms who know they are called to so much more. Join me, Kate Saffel, a life and a business coach, and a woman on a quest to show that anything you desire for your life is truly possible. This show is about going fully in it for you and the people you love by showing up powerfully in all areas of your life. Join me for weekly episodes that will inspire you to follow your intuition, lead with integrity and heart, and create the life you've always dreamed of. Welcome to episode 114 of the Fully In It podcast. This is such a big week that is going down, and I want to tell you all about it before we jump into this episode. So I've been hard at work on something so incredible, and it's a brand new free resource for all of you. If you're anything like me, one of the reasons why my growth felt so slow early on in my business was because I didn't think I had enough time to manage taking care of my family and growing a business, and I doubted that I had the capacity to do so either. I worried that I couldn't be the kind of mom I wanted to be and see business success, and this slowed me down because every time I started to see growth, I kind of panicked and I self-sabotaged. I had to build the belief that it was possible to have a profitable business with the time I had available without sacrificing my family to get there. And you all know it's exactly what I did. I grew a multiple six-figure business with 3 kiddos at home. And for the first time ever, I'm going to teach this process in a free training. The really exciting thing is that you're going to walk away from it with a minimum of 7 additional hours, possibly up to 15. This is time you can work on your business, and we're going to free this up for you in the training. You're also going to learn exactly what tasks to do that will lead to new clients so you can confidently move the needle forward in your business. I'm confident you're going to love this training. So if you're on my email list, you're going to want to keep an eye on your incoming emails, or if you follow me on Instagram at Happier in Motherhood, keep an eye there because I'm going to be sharing more about the training very soon. Okay, let's get into the episode. So today we're talking about working from home. This is something I saw many more of you mamas jumping into during the pandemic, a time where you may have had to work a full-time job at home while also managing your child's online learning. So fun. I supported so many moms through this season, and we were really walking this life together. Even though my kids are homeschooled, being on their team was a big part of my journey as well. And I do believe that the pandemic, the online learning, all of that has completely changed the way we think of working from home. I also get that there are people who will criticize working from home when your kids are home. The truth, though, is that many moms do not have the option or the luxury of childcare to choose from. So this episode is geared toward you moms who are trying to manage work or growing a business while you have kids at home part or all of the time. For full context, I have been a work-at-home mom since 2014. That's almost a decade. I started teaching university online after my second was born so that I could be home with my kiddos. And then in 2018, when I started my coaching business, this was in addition to my university responsibilities. I didn't quit teaching, and I also had a 1-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 7-year-old. I have also been homeschooling since 2015. So a lot of hats to manage, not to mention multiple moves, lifestyle changes during that time, including several rounds of traveling full-time. Throughout it all, I've had little to no childcare because either we weren't living by family, or we couldn't find a good babysitter, or we simply couldn't afford to hire help. Even now, as my oldest is 12, I still find that, she is self-sufficient, but it doesn't mean I'm totally off the hook. Kids still need stuff. And my youngest is just shy of 6 years old, so of course, he still needs a lot of help. All that to say, if you're working from home, whether with an employer or through your own business, I see you, I get you, and I am here to support you. So today we're going to dig into the strategies and mindset shifts I've used to grow my business, teach for the university, run my home, and the most important piece, not lose my mind in the process. For the purpose of this episode, I'm going to make the assumption that you have little to no childcare, or your available work hours are when your kids are home from school. I'm also going to be speaking in the context of growing a business, an online business. However, this all applies to career mamas as well. So if that is you, this episode is also for you. If this is speaking to you, you're probably facing one or more of these challenges. You're figuring out how to occupy your kids so you can work. You're trying to decide what to prioritize in your business with the little time you do have available. You're managing your emotions and thoughts around working with your kids home, which includes guilt and overwhelm and thoughts related to your enoughness for your ability to be both mom and business owner or career mom. And then finally, trusting you have enough energy to do it all, especially if you're in that season of having little ones like babies or you're pregnant, and that can really impact your energy. The first rule of working from home that will make everything infinitely easier is deciding that it's not only okay for you to do so, but that it's in your family's best interest that you are working from home. The reason why we want to start here is that if you're not in alignment with this belief, you will be fighting yourself the entire way, experiencing slow progress, sabotaging, and then possibly getting burnt out or thinking you aren't capable of growing your business. In reality, it was you slowing yourself down because you didn't fully have your own back. The truth is that it's not easy to do it all. It just isn't. I will never try to convince you that this is super easy street. But if you're called to grow a profitable business or you need to work from home, you need to make sure that you're in the building and you're not just hanging out on the sidewalk outside. And what I mean by that is that you're fully committed. Become this version of you. Be all in, fully believe in yourself, and get so crazy about the future vision that it's creating for your family that you're willing to do whatever it takes and figure it out to get there. Secondly, you're going to need to manage your time in a way that creates intentional time for your kids and your business so that when you're working, you don't feel guilty that they're doing something else. My approach has been to have quality time with my kids in the morning, which includes our homeschooling, and then in the afternoon, I let them watch a movie sometimes while I work. And then that gives me an extra 90 minutes or so minimum per day to work on my business. Throughout the years, I've also had great success with letting them listen to children's podcasts or an audiobook, playing with their toys while I work. This is especially helpful if you don't have a business or you don't have work that requires you to be on a meeting. If you were able to kind of keep one ear out, then I recommend letting them play with toys and saving the screen time for when you really, truly need it. If you have a backyard, you might set up a table on your patio or outdoor space that you can work at while they play in the backyard, because I know my kids would find so much more to do outside than they do indoors. However, if you're in an apartment like me, you might take advantage of any amenities that are available at your apartment complex. So I will often take my kids to our pool and work at a nearby table while they swim. Granted, all of my kids are exceptional swimmers, so this does work for us, but I would say get creative about what your version of this might be. The key with all of this is setting expectations with your kids and then being patient enough for them to learn how to manage this new expectation of you working and them ideally not interrupting. But if they do interrupt, which they're going to because they're kids, how are you going to respond to them and also manage it internally? Are you going to get frustrated and throw in the towel on your work session? Or will you take a deep breath, get them situated, and then get back to it? Managing your mind around this will be so crucial. You're also going to have to know what to prioritize during your work blocks. What is going to move the needle forward the most in your business? That's where you need to focus your attention. If you struggle to focus or you find you get distracted and you just start doing busy work, it's going to impact the growth of your business. I go into way more detail on this during the free Mom Brain training that's dropping this week. So I'm telling you, make sure you get registered. You're going to get the full scoop there. The final piece is trusting that you have enough energy and capacity to do it all. Sometimes this requires energy management, like making sure you're eating enough and the foods that fuel your body, you're getting enough sleep as much as you can, you're moving your body to generate more energy. And I know when we're tired, we don't want to do these things, me included. But also, if you go for a walk, how do you feel afterward, right? You feel more awake. So weaving these things into your day is going to be very supportive. It's also a mental game. How often do you say to yourself, oh, I'm just so tired? If you focus on your low energy, that is what you will see and experience. It's where you're putting your attention. So shift the way you talk to yourself about your energy levels and do what you can to prioritize more rest. And I'll be honest with you, I am tired a lot of the time. I'm tired right now. I wish I could say that having older kids means that I'm better rested, but they still wake up in the night. My 9-year-old was awake last night and she was having trouble sleeping. And I woke up early this morning to get some work done. So even though I am tired and I don't get the amount of sleep that I want, I still show up to my work. I've come to terms that I can do it. And it's worthwhile to do it because on the other side of where you are right now is a business that financially supports your family and creates more space for your needs too. And that has really been my experience, that the more that my business has grown, the more I've been able to invest in childcare, in doing regular things that help me feel rested and supported, whether that's like a gym membership or going to the sauna or even going and getting a pedicure. Having extra money, having extra funds available will feed back into your ability to show up for the work that then provides for your family. So you see, it's really in the best interest of you and your entire family that you find ways to show up for this the best that you can. I hope that this episode supported you and encouraged you because I promise you are doing such incredible work in the world and it matters deeply. I will see you on the Mom Brain training. You're going to be able to find that link in my show notes, which are available at happierin motherhood.com/the-podcast/114. Okay? Or just come hang with me on Instagram at Happier in Motherhood. I'm going to be talking my face off about the new training and the reopening of Expand Mentoring membership for moms in business. We don't open doors very often to this, and our next enrollment period is coming up. This is going to be a very big deal. I cannot wait to share more with you soon. I hope that you have an incredible week. I'm sending you and your family so much love, and I will see you next week. If you loved this episode, it would make me so happy for us to connect more. I have the most amazing free resources like a 5-day e-course that will help you feel more confident leading your days and your family, a guided visualization for imagining and creating the life that you want. And if you are ready to take everything that you hear in this podcast and create it in your own life, you're definitely going to want to book a free 50-minute call with me to see if coaching is the perfect fit for you. Head to thestreamlinedlife.com/hello to find all of the latest resources from me. And I am sending so much love to you and your crew. I will see you next time.